If Donald Trump secures another presidential term, his policies are likely to focus on protectionism, reindustrialization, tax cuts, deregulation, and a crackdown on immigration, all aimed at reviving a vision of American greatness reminiscent of the 1950s. This period was characterized by strong industrial output and significant government support for large corporations, especially those in the military sector. Trump's motto, "Make America Great Again," is tied to this era, advocating for economic and industrial growth rather than global dominance. Trump's protectionist agenda involves imposing significant tariffs on imported goods to encourage the return of manufacturing to the US. He envisions a resurgence of American industry akin to the mid-20th century, where the domestic economy thrived with robust industrial output and a prosperous working class. His proposal includes a 10% tariff on all imports and up to a 60% tariff on goods from China. This strategy aims to mitigate dependency on foreign supply chains, as highlighted by the pandemic, and to revitalize the Rust Belt, regions hard hit by deindustrialization. While this approach may boost domestic manufacturing, it also risks escalating trade tensions and potentially increasing consumer prices. Trump's protectionist stance dovetails with increased defense spending, garnering support from the influential military-industrial complex. This sector, benefiting from lucrative government contracts, is pivotal in his strategy to stimulate economic growth through military investment, potentially converting these capabilities for civilian use, echoing post-World War II economic policies. Aligned with Reaganomics, Trump plans to reduce taxes and deregulate businesses, fostering an environment conducive to corporate growth and investment. This approach appeals to the business community, evidenced by stock market optimism, anticipating a Trump victory. Deregulation extends to the energy sector, where Trump supports traditional hydrocarbon industries over green energy initiatives, likely leading to increased oil and gas production and potentially lower global energy prices. Trump's domestic policies include stringent immigration controls, appealing to his base concerned with job competition and cultural changes. Additionally, Trump opposes affirmative action, advocating for merit-based admissions in education and employment. This stance aligns with recent Supreme Court rulings against race-based admissions policies and resonates with constituents who perceive such policies as discriminatory. Trump's presidency is expected to intensify culture wars, reflecting deep societal divisions. His support base includes white conservatives, religious groups, and traditionalists, often clashing with progressive movements like Black Lives Matter and Antifa. These conflicts, sometimes violent, underscore the broader struggle for political and cultural dominance, mobilizing voter bases through polarizing issues like gender rights and racial equality. Trump's distrust of the bureaucratic establishment suggests a significant overhaul of government personnel, especially within the State Department. He favors businessmen and military leaders over career diplomats and officials, aiming for a streamlined administration aligned with his vision. Critics argue that this approach could lead to governance chaos, marked by resignations, scandals, and political instability, potentially culminating in crises similar to the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. Trump's energy policy favors traditional fossil fuels, opposing stringent climate regulations advocated by Democrats. This stance appeals to the hydrocarbon sector, but conflicts with global efforts to combat climate change, leading to potential environmental repercussions and international criticism. The Republican Party's electoral strategy under Trump focuses on consolidating support among white voters, particularly in suburban and rural areas, while Democrats rely on urban populations, minorities, and women. However, demographic trends favor Democrats, with increasing urbanization and migration shaping future electoral landscapes. This necessitates a realignment for Republicans to maintain competitiveness in the long term. Trump's potential second term promises a blend of protectionist economic policies, reduced regulatory burdens, and a focus on traditional energy sectors, all wrapped in a framework of intensified culture wars and stringent immigration controls. While these policies aim to restore a vision of American greatness, they also risk deepening societal divides and creating governance challenges, raising questions about the long-term stability and cohesion of the United States.